Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, glad to have you here. Today we have a Bretonnia on Empire matchup. And I think, both Empire and Bretonnia are kind of learning how to deal with each other. I kind of came forward expecting one of maybe my own builds, with a ton of great swords here in the middle, but I did not get that. Here you can see I do have a main line of 3 Battle Pilgrims, 2 Foot Squires. Behind them I do have just 2 regular peasant bows to deal with some handgunners, and then in the back I do have 1 spearman at arms with shields, or just spearman at arms, Lord of Life here in the middle, and then on each flank I do have questing knights and spearmen at arms. And up in the air I do have, of course, Royal Pegasus Knights and Leon Kerr. We'll go over to my opponent's build. Definitely very interesting. You can see cheap main line here, spearmen, swordsmen, and halberds on the flanks. 3 handgunners here kind of form a terrifying back line. Great cannon with a Demigryph Knight to protect them. In the middle, of course, Jade Wizard, and then General of the Empire just on foot. Going to be very hard to kill, especially when he's surrounded by cheap Empire infantry, and protected by some Demigryphs. Out on each flank, he does have a spear and a Reiksguard, which I really wasn't expecting. And it's going to be a little tough for my questing knights to deal with these guys. And you can see Great Cannon already firing here. Going to do some great damage. Knocking off a questing knight there. A couple more there, so I already dropped 5 models. And here I'm going to head up to the front. Just try and posture around without getting in the range of the handgunners. Maybe move around here. Squash these guys. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out where these guys could be useful. Just because he has so much coverage everywhere, it's going to be hard to find a home for these guys. But we're just going to get up, and I'm going to start targeting these peasant bowmen. Actually, and these halberdiers. These are kind of a big threat to me. Their armor-piercing anti-large damage is terrifying. They don't have shields, which is nice. So I'll be getting some nice damage on them. But he does actually countercharge me very quickly, which is a testament to his abilities here, and we're going to get engaged a little earlier than I would actually like to. Here he actually does have a crossbowman, which I might not have mentioned. And here you can see kind of posturing on this side while he's made a move on this side. And I really thought these questing knights would just mop the floor with the Reiksguard, but it's definitely not going to be the case. It's a pretty even trade here. Yeah, they don't even have anti-large. But here come my spearmen coming in. But he actually does have some handgunners here, so nice use of these handgunners. They're going to be helping out. You can see the main line fight not going too well. He does have 2 heroes in the mix, so I really don't believe I'm going to win this. It's going to be up to my cavalry and my heroes to win this fight. And my handgunners here, or my bowmen here, are going to be trying to take out these handgunners so that Leon Kerr can kind of do what he needs to do. Over here you can see my questing knight's not doing well. Just getting squashed. Or trading evenly, I think, with these Reiksguard. But my units do cost 100 more. Crossbowmen are firing at some spearmen at arms. A decent target. And I get a cheeky charge here on these Reiksguard with everybody. And I'm going to pull out here really before his spearmen can get into the fight. Get some nice damage there early. I kind of just needed to engage. And I was hoping to drag his cavalry out. Get my spearmen at arms in there. But he is very quick, and he brings these handgunners around. And then as he begins to fall back, I just charge again. And really just trying to punish these Reiksguard and survive to the late game. You can see these handgunners are shooting in, trying to find a decent target. They don't really have a great shot. And we did win with that spear support. He does actually break through my main line. I think my foot squires were routed first. Very surprising, especially against like swordsmen and an Empire captain. They died very quickly. You can see his 2 heroes were on my great swords, and they swung my foot squires, and they swung those fights in their favor. And poor micro on my part, my peasant bowman got caught. Really needed to pull them away, and you can kind of see the same thing's going to happen on this side. But I did wipe out those Reiksguard, and now I'm going to try and jump on these Demigryph Knights. I do have spear support. And I do have Leon Kerr, and I do have my Pegasus Knight. So I'm feeling decently confident, but you can see my questing knights taking a ton of damage. Over here, I really need to pull these guys out. You can see I'm just beginning to, and I'm going to try and take out these handgunners. As my poor peasant bowman here poor micro, they are not on guard mode and they're chasing those handgunners, and so they get caught here. But you can see getting some nice damage on those Demigryph Knights. But here come his spearmen, so I'm going to charge my spearmen in there. Really should not be. That was a misclick on those Pegasus Knights. And you can see this main line just going horribly. Here come those questing knights trying to get in there before they rout. Now that they're in there, they're just going to wreck these poor handgunners. They don't have any spear support nearby. Next target, of course, once I'm done with them, is just to keep going, trying to wipe out all these important units that I've been struggling to take out. My Damsel of Life running away from his grounded heroes, which is one of the saving graces over here. And you can see we just have some spearmen duking out over here. I think his spearmen will win. They are more expensive. They are better. Yeah, definitely. More melee attack, more melee defense, more weapon strength. So, and you can see my poor Grail Pilgrims are all losing. Here comes Leon Leoncoeur getting shot, getting bowled over by cannons. But I really just need to kill these handgunners. My Pegasus Knights just got a nice regrowth put on them, and they're going to be charging after these Demigryph Knights. Or they should be. And you can see his Reiksguard there in the back, coming back. Great charge here. This is the benefit of Pegasus Knights. You can see those Demigryphs just not getting the charge they need to win that fight. And then you can see I did take out that cannon, and now I'm going to take out these guys. And I have the middle is completely gone. You can see some swordsmen chasing off my poor shattered bowmen. These bowmen are going to shatter too. And now it's just kind of like I need to consolidate. I need to finish off all these units that are kind of everywhere. If I can take out these units, and get off the cavalry off the field, and make sure these Demigryphs die, and get these crossbowmen are a big threat as well. I feel like I have a chance here, just because Leon Leoncoeur is so healthy, and there's not too much armor-piercing damage except for those halberds in his kind of line. You can see those crossbowmen are pestering my Knights of the Realm as I get a nice charge in here, but he is going to follow up with his huge army here, and I'm going to need to get Leon Leoncoeur out of there if I want to survive. But here you can see Reiksguard still around. Thought I took them out at the very beginning. Some more spearmen. Gonna get a nice charge in here into their backs, so they do not have that charge defense. And you can see the Griffin's mass running away. And yeah, I kind of felt bad at this point. And I decided I was gonna try not to cycle charge too much, but I also wasn't gonna give up. So I saw a couple of units out here that I was gonna go get. I have a couple units here that I was gonna run away with, and kind of hold over this way. And then once I kind of got all those targets off the field that I could, I was going to, my plan was to just have a kind of a pitched fight. So you can see him, nice job protecting these few units he has left, 2 units of Reiksguard, crossbowmen firing in, swordsmen over here, I think I'm going to be charging with my Pegasus Knights. I just need to keep these guys on the ground free while Leon Leoncoeur goes over here, routes off these units, really don't want them coming back. You can see that Terror plus Crush the Weak is going to be nice. Pegasus Knights came in here just trying to kill these swordsmen. They're going to do pretty well at that. You can see we're both kind of forming up. And these Reiksguard are a big threat. I need to get them off the field, so I'm going to countercharge on the ground, which is something you don't usually see. And these Royal Pegasus Knights should win this fight, even though it wasn't the best charge in the world. His crossbowman getting some cheeky shots in, and here comes Leon Leoncoeur again. Just trying to get back over here. Now that I took out those handgunners, shifted the power bar slightly in my favor. So here you can see I didn't lose any models there, which is very lucky. And the swordsmen actually did come back, which I didn't expect. So I'm going to try and jump on them. And now that I've kind of cleaned up the map a little bit, I'm going to form up here, or somewhere around here maybe, and try and pick off these units, because you can see he's kind of in on this nice ambush column formation. When I really have less troops, he really should be spreading out his troops kind of in a line to get around my flanks, but he's just going to kind of call them in here, which is very good for me. You can see I attacked over here just to kind of force some of his units back, and now these all split up. I'm going to charge in here, and try and just crush this side so that I can then attack this side. Trying to limit the amount of cycle charging I'm doing, but also trying to win. So, but you can see nice Earth Blood from my opponent coming in. Gonna hit that Empire Captain, keep him alive a lot longer than he should, and I'm gonna drop an Earth Blood too. So, definitely lots of Jade Wizards on the field. Would have been good to take his Jade Wizard out a little bit earlier on. Just mowed him over, and you can see really just trying hard to kill this Empire Captain before this other troop gets here. But you can see they are getting here. They are coming pretty close. And it's not looking too good. His crossbowmen are firing in. Reichsguard are coming back. It's really just up to Leon Leoncoeur at this point as I try and wipe out this Empire Captain, but that extended Earthblood just kept him alive for so long. Here come my Pegasus Knights. My Spearmen here are going to be holding up all these infantry, 2 halberds, and a general of the Empire. So it would have been much better to kind of split these guys up and come around and just let his lord tank out some of these Spearmen at Arms. But you can see now I'm doing some good damage to this guy, and he is exhausted. So is Leon Leoncoeur, and we're going to be trying to take him out as I drop my final, I believe, Earthblood. You can see some Questing Knights come back, wipe out these crossbowmen, as I'm still trying to take out this Jade Wizard. Spearmen are in combat, but there's really not much I can do about that. He only has Spearmen left, so it's not looking too good. There you can see I kind of eat the Jade Wizard there, Terrifier out the field, and now it's just these Halberdiers, and you can see their leadership very low. Some Questing Knights coming in the back, and really there was just nothing left on the field that could kill Leon. So very good game to my opponent, very close game, and it's always fun when you kind of lose a main fight and then kind of reform another battle line to take it to your enemy again and come out on top. Very exciting battle. Definitely love Leon Leoncoeur. You can see here he got 108 kills. The Pegasus Knight's getting 112. This Questing Knight on that left flank just got crushed, but this other one did very well in that fight against the Reichsguard on the right. Or maybe this is the one that came through and killed the hand. Maybe it is the one on the left. Who knows? But you can see, I think they both did their job, though the Questing Knight didn't do as well against the Reichsguard as I thought. And you can see my main line here. My Battle Pilgrims did really well. Would have been better just to bring 5 of those guys, but I really was expecting some greatswords. So I guess that's the price you pay for kind of having a more general build. You can see these Peasant Bowmen did their job, took off some of those handgunner units, but definitely could have microed them better. And you can see these Spearmen at Arms just delaying the enemy. One of them just got shot to pieces by that crossbow. So and you can see his main line did really well. All his spears did really well. It really just came down to Leon Leoncoeur and then those Pegasus Knights. And this Reichsguard only getting 25 kills on that right flank. And these Demigriffs actually got pretty heavily teamed up on and shut down. So generally you'd see a 1500 gold unit do a little bit better than that. But you can see his main line just crush my poor main line. And his heroes here doing very well. The general's still very healthy. I wonder if he still had his health potion. It would have made it a pretty long fight there in the end. But anyways, great game to my opponent, and thanks again for watching. That's that.